Good morning and welcome to Cityline. It is great to be in your home. I am zooming from my home into yours, and we have a wonderful hour ahead of us. Later on in the hour, we'll be talking with Sound Outreach. They'll be here to talk about some programs to help us all get through this new restriction that we are experiencing during COVID-19. Rosemary Paniconti, one of my favorite artists and favorite people. She is here from the Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium and Northwest Trek Wildlife Park. She'll be talking about some of the programs that you can virtually see during this season. And then we will have Open Minds Through Art. This month in November is our Caregiver Appreciation Month. And so we will have Lori and Maria here to talk about some wonderful art opportunities for those who are experiencing dementia right now. The Humane Society will be here with our Pet of the Week. And with me right now is an incredible executive director. She needs no introduction, but in case you are new to Tacoma, I'll let you know who she is. Her name is Debbie Lenk, and she is the executive director of the Museum of Glass. Welcome back, Debbie. It's so good to see you and to see that beautiful glass behind you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm sitting here in our museum store. So it's always a pleasure to speak with you, Amanda.
Well, right back at you, sister. So, Debbie, in light of Governor Inslees' recent restrictions, how does this affect our beloved Museum of Glass?
Yes, I mean, with his announcements as of last Sunday, we, like the other museums, are closing the museum part of our operation. We are able, however, to keep our museum store open, and we're excited to do that, particularly during this holiday season, because we know it's a favorite for so many people that live locally here. And again, we're going to have our annual ornament. Each year we have one that has a little tag with the year on it and is special. So we're really excited to be able to still operate that.
Oh, thank you. And can you give us just a little teaser about that ornament? Can you tell me what color it is?
It's actually kind of a rainbow of colors. So it's fun. You know, each year it's a little bit different, but this year there are some blues and obviously your traditional red and green and white, very shiny, very bright. And then it has the little charm on the top that of course will say 2020, which what a remarkable year, right?
Well, and I'm sure you and your amazing team planned the rainbow theme, because rainbows are, you know, the pot of gold at the end. And boy, if we ever needed a reminder of hope, a rainbow is it for 2020, isn't it?
Yes, and that's exactly what I would think about if you think of this ornament. So it brings hope, and we like to think of it that way, for sure.
Well, in addition to that ornament positive news, it was just announced that the Museum of Glass received a large collection of artwork from the Robert M. Minkoff Foundation. First off, congratulations. And then can you tell us about it?
Yes, happy to do that. So Robert Minkoff is actually quite well known throughout the glass world. He was a collector. He really studied glass. And he was a long-term member of our board of trustees. So we were fortunate to be the recipient of this beautiful gift. And he built a seminal collection. It has all of the masters of studio glass, but it also really showcases how important glass as medium can be for contemporary art. So again, it's just an important collection for us.
So, you know, because of the great work that the Museum of Glass has done in Pierce County and the United States and internationally, we are familiar with some of those names. So can you name drop for me when you say there's a...
Well, the names here would be like Dale Chihuly, of course, yes. Lino Tagliapietra, Preston Singletary, all of the great masters. But, you know, this collection, which is over 400 works, also has many, national and international artists as well. So it's really a tremendous foundation for us to be able to tell vital stories of the history of glass and of studio glass in particular. It's going to be transformational for us.
Yes, I just had this in my mind that for people to help them understand this, this would be like the Tacoma Art Museum receiving a French Impressionist collection that rivaled the Louvre.
Right.
This is how comprehensive and how beautiful this gift is. So I just can't wait to see it in person when that time comes. So speaking of that, I know that you and your team have been working very hard. You had a very successful virtual gala. The Hot Shop has been following protocols and socially distancing. And now we are back to that not being available for us. So once we open again, because I know that I'm going to need to get in there and see some art, Debbie, to heal my soul. What can I expect once it's safe for us to put on our mask and come back into the museum?
So I guess first of all, with regard to the Robert Minkoff collection, we have a small display in our grand hall. We're calling it a glimpse of that collection. And there's just some beautiful pieces that are very healing. And so that will be fun for people to see. We're going to be doing a major exhibition of that collection about a year out, so spring of 2022. So that will be fun. And we are installing and will finish the installation of our Renee Lalique exhibition. And we were so excited about this because it was scheduled to open the day after Thanksgiving. And this is the first major Renee Lalique show in the Western US. So this will be an amazing thing that will be a must-see for everyone once we open our doors again.
Oh, I have to tell you, the last time I was able to see a comprehensive Renee Lalique collection was 26 years ago in Paris. And it brought me to my knees. It is so beautiful. So I am, as I say, huge round of applause for the Museum of Glass in terms of having that. I also want to talk to you about what led this to being gifted to the Museum of Glass and perhaps not another organization. And not that we don't think you're worthy, because you are, but I want you to have a chance to talk about some of the hard work and how you got this gift.
Well, and actually, both of these things we just talked about are gifts to the Museum of Glass. So with regard to the Robert Minkoff collection, he really, with the degree that he poured himself into our institution, being part of our board, and with the importance of studio glass in the Northwest, he really wanted his collection to reside here. And he knew that we understood how he wanted it cared for and used. So we just feel so fortunate that that came to fruition. And then with regard to the Lalique, this Lalique is a promised gift. So that will be also a collection of nearly 700 pieces that eventually will come to the Museum of Glass. So this exhibition is kind of a feature, if you will, of several of those pieces, and really a retrospective of Lalique.
Oh,
and that gift, it's the Rosalind and Stephen Schulman, who have relocated from California to Washington State. They're the ones that have promised this beautiful gift to us.
So a huge, huge thank you to them for gifting us with such beauty. So I thought about you when this executive order came down, and I thought about all the work that you and your team had been doing in preparing the Museum of Glass for your guests to come in. So now we are going to be looking at things virtually. So Debbie, tell us what we need to not miss virtually that is there for us that maybe we don't know about, besides perhaps some of the things that we've mentioned.
Yes, I mean, one of the things we mentioned before is our Glass Break series. And basically, that's every Monday, and we feature an artist and technique from the hot shop. So I still believe that's a must see. What's new since you and I spoke is a new program we've developed called Junior Curator Academy. And we feature a piece from one of our galleries, but in the context of history and politics and really all the elements that went into the artist creating that piece. So that's something that can be, used in a much deeper way than just watched for enjoyment. There's a lot of discussion that can definitely occur as part of participating in Junior Curator Academy. And then, of course, we have our art activity kits, both those online and those that we distribute as well, that we'll continue to do during this closed period. And then don't forget shopping at the store, which is on site.
Yes, and I do want to put a little shout out in there that if somebody cannot come into the store, will you mail one of those ornaments to their homes?
Oh, absolutely. And I should mention we have a wonderful web store. So the ornament will be on the web store as well as many of the other pieces that are in the store. So yes, we'll mail, we'll run it out to the curb for pickup. We'll try to be as customer service oriented as we can be to make it easy for people to enjoy the holidays and enjoy glass.
Well, you always are. And I have to tell you, on my list for Santa is a membership museum, because that is the gift that keeps on giving year round for me. So I want to encourage our viewers to buy a membership, print it off at home and stick it in their stocking. How's that?
Excellent.
Debbie, I cannot say thank you enough for just what you do for our community, the leadership that you provide for the Museum of Glass, how flexible and how nimble you are. I don't want to use the word pivot anymore, because I just think it doesn't express just how in 24 hours, suddenly you have to turn a ship as big as the Museum of Glass around and still keep it accessible. So from us here at Cityline to your wonderful team, thank you so much. Please stay safe and have a happy holiday season.
You too. Thank you very much.